I'm going to be doing an item guide for you today. We are going to be, going over which item is good for what situation, because a lot of you guys have been asking me to do an item guide, and I feel like it's long overdue. All right, so let's get started with all of the item guides. And just in case you guys don't know who I am, I'm going to be rolling this video real quick. It's gonna tell you guys who I am, why you should be taking advice from me, and I also offer some coaching. So we're gonna cue in the video right now. Have you been having trouble ranking up and just don't know what you're doing wrong? Maybe you're not doing the best in every single game and you think you're the reason you're losing? Well, sometimes you don't really see your own mistakes. That's why I'm here. I'm offering private coaching. Of course, it is a paid service. And as you can see, these are all testimonies from people I have coached before. They all have good things to say. As you can see, you can pause and read all of them if you want to. They improved significantly in rank, and their rank went up quite a bit after my coaching, and they said that my insights were really, really good. Now, if that's something that you're interested in, if you want to rank up and you want to find out what mistakes you're doing, how you can fix it, you can go ahead and get my private coaching. I am a very high ranked player, 300 stars plus. I did play in Pro Scene. My team placed top 13 on NACT, which means we are the 13th best in NA region. I have also been Global 3 Jawhead, Global 15 Mathilda, and I believe some global, like lower global with Popol and Koopa. Here's the win rate of Season 21 where it was my peak. So yeah, guys, if you need some coaching, make sure to join my Discord server. Link will be in the description. It will say Discord server link. Just join that, and then you can DM me on Discord from there, or ask any of my mods on how you can DM me, and you can get started with the private coaching. And it's guaranteed to make you improve. And you want to hit Immortal this season, this is the time to do so, guys. DM me on Discord. I'll set you up. All right, now that you guys have watched that, let's get started with the item guide. Malefic Gun. Now, Malefic Gun and another item called Malefic Roar, they have the same passive, right? But how are they different? Well, Malefic Gun is an item which increases your range, your basic attack range. Now, it's really, really good for marksman, right? It's really good for marksman. As you can see, the stats that it gives you, 40% physical attack, 20% attack speed. All right? So, and the passive gives you physical penetration by 30%, okay? And it increases your basic attack range by 12%. When hitting a target, gains 10% movement speed for 0.5 seconds. This is really good for those marksmen who need a lot of range. Some marksmen that this is really good on is Moskov, 1-1. It's really good on Hanabi. It's really good on Leslie. It's really good on any marksman that relies a lot on attack speed and range. Irithel, Claude. It's really good on marksmen like that. Marksman that this is not good on is actually gonna be skill-based marksman, right? So the only one that I can think of is honestly Granger. Granger is the only marksman who doesn't really benefit from this item because he doesn't really rely on attack speed. It's a lot better if you build Malefic Roar on him, but we'll move on to Malefic Roar a bit later, okay? Anyways, the next item is Great Dragon Spear. The stats you can see for yourself. It does have some cooldown reduction, which I really like on items. The passive, alright, basically gives you a movement speed after you use your ult, and the movement speed is 30% for 7.5 seconds, okay? And this effect has a 15-second cooldown. Now, this item is usually not super meta, but you can build it on some heroes. For example, it's really good on heroes like Clint, Irithel. It's also it's decently okay for Zilong, because when you use your ultimate, you gain like an insane movement speed, and it does have a really high amount of crit chance. So heroes that use crit will benefit a lot from it. So once again, like Clint, Irithel, Zilong, and that additional movement speed goes really hard, especially on Irithel, guys. I feel like you should really build this on Irithel because whenever you ult, you get an insane movement speed. Okay, next item. Sea Halberd. This is basically anti-heal. I'm not sure if you guys know. It's anti-heal. It gives you some attack speed, but pretty much if you see a hero who is getting huge shields, if you see a hero who is doing a lot of lifesteal, this is the item you want to go for. Now, all of these items, as you can see, there's many categories, right? The disclaimer, this item is only for heroes that do physical damage. Okay, we're gonna be doing magic damage soon. Okay, but this is for physical damage. Sea Halberd anti-heal item, right? It will reduce the amount of regen effects and shield, right? By, I believe, let's see here, will reduce the shield and HP regen effects on them to 60% of normal, right? So it will reduce their regen effects and shield by 40% for 3 seconds. Okay, increase damage by, and the other passive is increase damage by 8% against enemy heroes with higher extra HP. So yeah, this, you can also build this item versus tanks, and you're going to do more damage to them. So it's a really good item to build versus tanks. All right, next up, also heroes that can use this, any physical hero, any hero who deals physical damage, build it. It's good. Okay, except for heroes who are tanky, you don't want to build this on them. You want to build another item, which we'll talk about later. Next one, Rose Gold Meteor. Gives you a shield when you're low HP, gives you physical defense. Now, you can really build it on people who need some physical defense. For example, heroes that can use this are Lancelot, you know, Haya. Any physical damage hero can use this if you see that you're getting bursted down by mage, or if you're taking a lot of magic damage, right? It's really, really good. Also, when you are low HP, right, it says when your HP is below 30%, gain a shield and 50% movement speed, okay, that rapidly decays. So this will also, it's like kind of like an anti-burst item. When your HP is below 30, you will get this big shield, and it just increases your survivability overall, okay? So it's really, really good. Next up, Hunter Strike. This is a really good item. It gives cooldown reduction. I love cooldown reduction items, guys. It gives physical penetration, and when you do damage to a hero creeps 5 times in a row, hero or creeps, okay, 5 times in a row, right, any scale, it could be basic attack, anything, you gain extra movement speed, 50% extra movement speed, which decays over 3 seconds. Now, heroes that are good for this item are heroes that benefit from cooldown. So for example, Lancelot, YSS, Granger, what other ones do we have? Hayabusa. Ling doesn't really build this, but most of your assassin junglers, they usually build this one, okay? It's really, really good if you need that extra movement speed and also some of that cooldown, okay? Next up is Blade of Despair, the most expensive physical item. It gives you so much physical attack, and the passive is dealing damage to non-minion enemies below 50% HP, increases physical attack by 25%, okay? So this one is like an end game item. If you're just super fed, this is an item you can build to just increase your physical attack and just burst the squishies, right? It's really not very good versus tanky heroes. Alright, you can build it towards the end. You're gonna do some crazy damage, but the only time I would recommend building this is if you're very ahead, okay? If you have a lot of gold and you're very ahead of everyone. Other than that, you should just stick to the other physical items. This one just is too expensive in my opinion, you know? It's like 3,000 gold. That's a lot. Next up, Blade of Heptaseas. Physical attack, some penetration, 15 physical penetration. The passive, if no damage is taken or dealt within 5 seconds, the next basic attack will deal additional damage. Okay, so this is really good on Nolan. Okay, heroes that have an enhanced basic attack at the start of their combo, it's really good on, I would say, Hayabusa. It's decent. It's not really good on Lancelot because, you know, the starter attack of your combo is not your basic, right? So it's really good on heroes who use their basic as a starter combo. Like Nolan is so good with this, right? It's like the perfect item for him. So yeah, you can build this if you really want to. I wouldn't really suggest building it on a lot of heroes. The only one I think it's really good at is maybe on Nolan and maybe Brody. There's really no other marksman I can think of on the top of my head that it would really be good on, or any other physical damage heroes, right? Masha is also another one. Masha will benefit from this as well, okay? So yeah, this is mostly for bursty type heroes. Next up, Windtalker gives a lot of attack speed, crit chance, and movement speed. Every 5 to 2 seconds for each basic attack, it will hit up to 3 enemy units, right? There will be a small magic ball that's gonna go and it's gonna hit everything. It's really good for wave clear. Alright? It can, and then it's like magic damage too. It's not physical damage. So when you hit something, a small ball or like a puck will come out of it and bounce and do more damage. It's like magic damage. It just happens once, okay? But it's really good on marksmen who are doing crit damage and also attack speed at the same time. So Irithel, it's I think really good item for Irithel. Core item. It's good on I believe Leslie. It's good on Wan. You know, heroes that want to do crit damage or attack speed, you know, they need a lot of attack speed. It's really good on those heroes. Alright? And usually it's marksmen, guys. I don't really see any assassins using it or any junglers using it. I usually see marksmen only using this item. Alright, next one is gonna be Endless Battle. This one gives you a lot of stats. It was recently nerfed, but basically, Endless Battle. Every time you cast a skill, the next basic attack deals true damage, alright, and recovers HP. So it's really good on heroes that spam attack, right, or do a skill and then do a basic attack. So the best one for this is like Lancelot, right? He's using a lot of skills and then doing his enhanced basic attack. So it's going to enhance and make your basic attack do even more damage, right? It's really good on Hayabusa, it's really good on Lancelot, it's really good on Alucard. Almost every single assassin I can think of, it's really good because they're using their skill and then a basic attack to do most of their damage, right? So that's what you want to build them on. Any hero that uses a skill and then does basic attack, you should build it for. Okay, it's really, really good. A marksman it's really good for is Clint. For Granger, I wouldn't really recommend it anymore. You shouldn't build it at all. It's decent on Roger, right? Some heroes are using it. So pretty much, if your hero uses skill and then basic attack after, build it. Is good. Okay, and also it offers cooldown reduction. So if your hero's using cooldown, it's really good. I think it's also good on YSS. Really good on YSS too. Alright guys, next up, Berserker's Fury. It's a crit item. It increases your crit damage by a lot. So marksman heroes or assassin heroes that depend on crit damage, like Ling, you know, Irithel, Clint, right? Leslie, then you have Layla, right? At times, those heroes are going to build this Berserker Fury. This is the ultimate item, okay, for your crit damage. 40% crit damage, okay? It increases your crit damage by 40%. Critical strikes grants 5% extra physical attack. Alright? It's really good on heroes that just use crit. Just keep that in mind. Heroes that use crit, build it on them, they're gonna hit so hard. Okay? Next up, Haas Claws. It's a lifesteal item. It's also really good on heroes that have crit because it gives you crit chance, attack speed, physical attack, and you get a lot of lifesteal. This is a core item for Bruno. It's a core item for Irithel, right? Even Ling, it's a core item. So heroes that do crit damage, right, and also need attack speed, you can build Haas Claws, and they will perform really well. Alright? You can even build it on 1-1 based off of a situation. Okay, it's really good. But it shouldn't be built on all heroes. I wouldn't say, like, the most used items are pretty much Endless, Hunter, you know, Rose Gold, Blade of Despair, Sea Halberd. I see these items being built on almost every physical damage hero. But this one on some. Okay? Next one, Malefic Roar. Now this is the penetration item for your assassins. Okay, this is the penetration item for assassins. Alright? So if you are not a marksman that needs a lot of, you need to increase your basic attack range, then this is the penetration item you build. This is number 1. Okay? It has 30% physical penetration, and you also gain extra physical penetration when attacking an enemy. Okay, for each point of the enemy's physical defense. And it's capped at 30%. So you do a lot of damage. Alright? You do so much damage. And this is why it's better on Assassin, because you don't really need that extra range, right? This extra physical penetration that Malefic Roar offers is better. So a Malefic Roar, penetration item for Assassins, and Granger. Granger being the only marksman that should build this item and not Malefic Gun. Okay? Every other marksman should build Malefic Gun instead of Malefic Roar. Alright? Okay guys, next item, Winter Crown. Pretty much when you use this item, you freeze. No one can hit you, no one can touch you, you become untargetable. Okay? For 2 seconds. And it has a 100-second cooldown. Alright? You cannot move, you cannot cast your skill, you just become like frozen. No one can hit you, no one can... You become untargetable, it's like you're not there. Right? People can see you, but they can't target you. But remember, only for 2 seconds, after that it goes away. It's really good to use with another item, and I'll talk about that later. But yeah, this is what you want to use. It's really good to build almost on anyone. It has some cooldown reduction, it has adaptive attack. Guys, adaptive attack means magic and physical. Whichever your hero does, it'll give that much attack to that hero. Also guys, remember, when you use this item and your hero is using constant skill, it will freeze you, make you invulnerable, but your skill will still go on. Okay? For example, Claude ultimate, Odette ultimate, right? Estes ulti. What other ultis can it be used with? Alice, right? It's really good. And it's really good on some tank roamers or initiators that are jumping under tower, right? And engaging and has a hard time getting out. You can pretty much build this item, freeze yourself in the tower, you know, and you won't take any tower damage, right? And then your teammates can go in and the tower damage will be swapped to them, so you're gonna be fine, right? Fleeting time, guys, the ultimate cooldown item. If you have a hero that uses that needs their ultimate very often, right? For example, Kaja, right? For example, Chip, okay, Angela, you can build this. Estes, all right, Florin, you can build this item for them because every time you get an assist, your ultimate's cooldown will be reduced by 30%. Alright, so pretty much if your hero uses ultimate that needs to be spammed, right, that really needs to be spammed, that supports the team, get it. Do not build it on Tigreal. Do not build it on your setting tanks like Atlas. I recommend no. Because sure, it gives you some HP, but other tank items give you more. So build it on support heroes like Angela, Estes, Florin, Chip, okay, Kaja. Those, and maybe Kalea, it really depends on the game, okay? But those are the heroes you want to build it on. Otherwise, I would not recommend building it on anyone else other than those heroes, okay? And Franco, correct. Next one, guys, Sky Piercer, basically execute. Okay, you know the spell execute? You can use this as pretty much substitute for it, right? After every kill you get, right? If their HP is lower than 4%, right? It will execute them, okay? And if you get a kill, you gain 10 stacks. For each kill and each loss, 30% of courage stacks for each death. Each stack of lethality increases the HP threshold of the execute effect by 0.1%, stacking up to 80 times. So guys, pretty much this has a maximum stack of 80. So if you get 8 kills, you will max out this item. And it will increase the threshold of the execution by 0.1%, right? So pretty much if the opponent is at 5% HP, you will execute them. Okay, with maximum stacks. And each kill gives you a stack, which goes up to 80 stacks. Yeah, pretty much each kill gives you 10 stacks, so 8 kills you will have maximum. And if a hero is low HP and you hit them like 5%, you're going to execute them. You are gonna get the kill. It's really good on heroes that, you know, do a lot of damage but can't really finish off and kill an opponent because they have a little bit of HP left. This one will ensure that they die, right? It's good to build on 1-1, it's good to build on Hayabusa, any assassins, guys. It's good to build on YSS, it's good to build on Granger, really good to build on Leslie sometimes, right? If you really think that your enemies are escaping with 1 HP and you just want them to be executed instead, build this item. But remember, you should always build this item either first or second. Any later than that, it just doesn't make sense because, you know, it stacks with your kills, right? So remember, you should build it as a first or second item so that you can build up the stacks, right? Next up, War Axe are really one of my most popular items because look at the stats it gives you. It gives you spell vamp, it gives you cooldown reduction. Spell vamp basically means that your skills are gonna give you lifesteal, okay? So let's read the passive. Attacks grant 12 extra physical attack per second for 4 seconds up to 6 stacks. Alright? Deals extra 10% true damage based on the damage dealt at full stacks. Alright, and remember, marksmen, mages, and supports only receive 50%. So any long range heroes will receive 50% of the passive. It's really good on heroes that do a lot of skills and that do a lot of pretty much skills and need some lifesteal back. Right? For example, it's really good on Lancelot, for YSS, for, you know, Lapu Lapu, for most of your fighters. And because it gives them spell vamp, it gives them lifesteal from their skills. Right? It's really, really good. Yeah, some of the heroes I would recommend you build it on is Lancelot, Hayabusa, YSS, Fredrin. Who else? You can build this on Lapu, Yuzong, CC. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, guys, one more thing I want to mention about Sky Piercer. When should you sell it? You should sell Sky Piercer if you have no kills. Alright? Or if it's super endgame, because the stats on Sky Piercer is weak compared to other physical damage items. Look, like 160 physical attack, right? 40 and other stats. This one doesn't give you much stats. It's only the execution effect, right? So if it's super late game, I would suggest selling it and buying another full damage item. Okay? Next up, Wind of Nature. You gain physical damage immunity. It's really good for marksman heroes. Okay? Because when you use this, you go into a state for 2 seconds where any physical damage dealt to you, you will be immune to it. Okay, so build this on attack speed marksman, you know, or any marksman. I would not recommend building this on assassin or your mage, okay? Only build this on marksman so you can actually counter the assassins. This is mainly used for marksman in the late game or, you know, even in mid game. to counter any burst assassins that might come and just kill you, because you can immune their damage and kill them back, right? If you have this item. So yeah, build this on 1-1, Claude, any marksman pretty much, except for, actually yeah, any marksman can build this. Any physical attack marksman can build this, okay? Next one, Golden Staff. This one is for super high attack speed marksman, okay? Every 1% extra crit chance gained is converted into 1% attack speed. After every 2 non-crit basic attacks, attack speed of the next basic attack is increased by 80%. Okay? And triggers attack effects an additional 2 times. So your basic attack effects is gonna be like it's gonna happen 2 times. So it's really good for someone like Claude, because Claude's passive is what? Dexter attacks with Claude 2, right? So that is gonna do a lot of damage to them. So it's really good to build with marksmen who are using Trinity item. What are the Trinity items? The Trinity items is Corrosion Scythe, Demon Stare, and Golden Staff. These 3 items, when combined together with attack speed marksman, can shred any tank. Okay, it's really good. It's super attack speed. Alright? Marksman that this is really good on. You should always build this on marksman, guys. You shouldn't really build this on any assassins. Okay? You should build this on 1-1. Or no, sorry, not 1-1. This should be built on Moskov, Hanabi, Melissa, Carry, right? Carry as well. It's really good on Carry, okay? So you should be using those attack items for marksman, especially Carry, guys, because you know Carry's basic attacks give you a stack, and at 4 stacks she can pretty much do a huge chunk of true damage. So that's what you want to use it on, okay? Next up, Corrosion Scythe. Your basic attacks will pretty much slow your opponents, okay? Build this with any marksman that builds Golden Staff, and also build this on 1-1. Build this on, I think it's also very good with Sun. It's very good with Argus. You know, those type of heroes that do a lot of basic attack, fast basic attacks, and can also slow them down, right? Also, guys, right, Golden Staff, build it on Hanzo as well. You want to build it on Hanzo too. Alright, Hanzo does a lot of attack speed. And Corrosion Scythe, you can slow your opponents with your basics, alright? Next up, Demon Hunter Sword. Guys, this is the item you build to shred tank. Alright, if you have attack speed, if your physical damage hero is doing attack speed, build it to shred tanks. Alright? Basic attacks deal 8% of the target's max HP damage. So yeah, you're going to shred tanks with this item. Okay? And this is also a really good must-build item for Moskov, Hanabi, Melissa, Carry, right? Also, guys, right, this Trinity, these 3 items, Golden Staff, Corrosion, and Demon Hunter Sword, it's called Trinity, okay? Some people might say, oh, you're going Trinity build, you're not going crit build, right? That's what they mean, alright? So, you want to use this build, like I mentioned again. I'm gonna say it again. Moskov, Hanabi, Melissa, Carry. You also can use it on Hanzo and Minsitar, right? Minsitar as well. It's really good for those attack speed heroes. And it's a really good build to shred tanks. Otherwise, I wouldn't really recommend you build it on any other marksman. You could build it on Mia. Mia is okay. So yeah. What to buy with Trinity for sustain? You don't have to buy anything. Demon Hunter Sword gives you a sustain already. You don't have to build any sustain for it. Oh, guys, also Claude. Claude also uses this, okay? Claude uses Trinity as well. Alright, it's his core item. Guys, for marksmen, this is core item for some marksmen, the Trinity build. Alright, like I mentioned, the heroes that I just mentioned, that's core item for them. Okay? Next up, we have some small items that I also want to discuss. For example, this Fury Hammer, it builds into these 3 items, okay? Look, on the top you can see Blade of Heptaseas, Hunter Strike, and Malefic Gun. I would always suggest building this after you, like, if you're playing jungle, of course you buy your boots first, right? Don't complete the boots, but you know, the half boots. You build this right away on heroes that are going to build Hunter Strike, Blade of Heptaseas, okay? So you can build this on Haya, Lancelot, and you can even build this on some marksmen. Okay, even on some fighters like Lapu and Yuzong, you can build it on them right after the boots, because it's going to give you that really high physical attack in the early game, okay? Physical penetration. I always build this right after my half boots on Lancelot, Haya, always, every single time, even Yuzong, Lapu, Granger. Okay, those are the heroes I build this on first, right away, for that extra damage boost. Okay, it's cheap. Alright, you can get it right away. Buy it on heroes that will eventually build those 3 items on the top, okay? Other than that, there isn't really anything other I would suggest, this item you can build on Ling. You know, when you're building Berserkers first, right? Build 2 of these items first on Ling. After the boots, build these 2. And then complete Berserker. It's really, really good. It's gonna give you some more early game damage. Okay? Another one, if you're building Corrosion Scythe, build this item right after your boots. If Corrosion Scythe is your first item, build this right away and then Corrosion. Okay, it's really, really strong. That's going to do it for the attack items. Guys, I'm sorry that the video is so long. I wish it could have been short, but I really wanted to give you a good, detailed guide on how each of the attack physical items work, so you have a better understanding. And sometimes your item build have to change because of circumstances, so you know all the information about an item, so you can have an easier time decision making in game what to build, right? What items to build. I hope this video helped you out. The other items, magic, defense, roaming, jungle, those items are going to be uploaded in the upcoming days, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, guys, I hope this video helps, and I hope your itemization will be a bit better after watching this video. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.